This is Angelina Jordan and the band jamming on Portrait of a Child. This is a Screamin' Jay Hawkins song originally, I believe. I know he did it. I don't know if it was his song as an original or not. I could look it up real quick, but I won't bother you with me taking the time to do that. Maybe I'll mention it some other time. And this is from Angelina Jordan official page. If you haven't been there, I would recommend just support Angelina any way that you can. Visit, subscribe, leave a comment, a like. Costs you absolutely nothing but a little bit of time. So this is, I've seen this video a number of times, and it's so interesting to see this little girl directing traffic with a bunch of adult professional musicians, and they're listening to her. Which is almost more amazing than she's doing it, I guess, huh? Some adults would swallow hard to swallow their pride and listen to a little girl. But she's a genius. They must recognize that, and they're going to follow her lead. So let's watch.
portrait, and I'm the child. Oh, sorry. A portrait, and I'm the child.
Yeah, that was better. Oh, the band
Want to win big money and get famous?
The band is the band is giving her a standing ovation. Oh man, what a joy this girl is. She's just a joy. Yeah, I'm crying. Apparently, I cry in the when I'm somewhere near any greatness. I guess that's the only way I can describe it. It's just amazing. So a couple of things. I'm going to cut out for a second. I'm going to do a little research on Screamin' Jay. I believe the original name of the song that Screamin' Jay did was Portrait of a Man. So Angelina changed it to Child, which is certainly appropriate. And Angelina Jordan has done changed many lyrics and things like that because she's a child. And it's not really appropriate. And I see Mom Sarah was there watching. And she's never far from Angelina. And maybe I think Grandma Mary may be behind the camera, which is typical. Could be Uncle Mike, but I think usually Grandma Mary does most of the camera work in these early videos. So she wanted to record her granddaughter. And a lot of grandparents don't like to record their granddaughters, but a lot of them don't have granddaughters like this one, a future superstar. Let me cut out in a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, Screamin' Jay Hawkins, I guess, put out Portrait of a Man and His Woman, apparently, as the rest of the title. Back in 1972, it came out on record and vinyl. And that is a long gap between that and I Put a Spell on You, which I think he put out in 1956 or something like that, around there. I think he was on TV maybe in the 50s and 60s, late 50s and 60s, with his bizarre portrayal of the song, which worked because it made him famous. So, maybe it was all a publicity thing, Anyway, let's stop talking. I mean, Angelina Jordan, there she is. She's got the whole band there. They're working on this song. She's changed the lyrics to make it more appropriate for her and her age. And she's got a podium there with sheets of paper that I don't know what's on them. At her age, it probably should be pictures of like a house and her family that she drew with some crayons. But nope, that is not what Angelina's doing at that age. Angelina, I think she's probably about what? She looks like she's probably around 8, no more than 10. She's not 10. She's got to be like 8. Doesn't really say, unfortunately. But she looks like she's around that age where she was, maybe leaning up towards 9 a little bit. So, so Angelina's in there. Those musicians, if you were watching the musicians, first of all, the only one that's not smiling is the sax player, and he's not smiling because he has gone to a special place. He's into the what he's doing there, and he's not smiling because he's seriously trying to figure out what he's doing there and how to do it. Which I got to say, the music sounded pretty good, so I'm not criticizing the music at all. But to be standing there in the greatness of just standing there with a child and her greatness, and maybe starting to recognize it, it's like, this can't be. This little kid knows more about music than I know in my whole lifetime so far, and she doesn't just know it; it's her nature. It's her. It's not that she's accumulated knowledge. She was born with it, and this is just so. This video is so, that to me, that's the thing about this video. She's got those guys in there, and most of those musicians are fairly young too. They're not older type musicians, but the piano player's smiling. The drummer he was smiling at Angelina at one point and like shaking his head a little. Then he had to look away because I think he was going to lose track of how to play the drums. He was going to drop the sticks and walk out, say, I can't take it anymore. This is too much. This is too great. So, yeah, and the other guys too, they were all smiling at each other and stuff like that. The kid on the far left, you only saw him a couple times when the camera shot over that way, but all smiling, all happy to be there, and they all, I think, recognize that, yep, this is something special. This is something we're not going to be doing very often in our lifetime, only when we're here with Angelina. So let's soak it up, because these moments are somewhat rare. The only reason I hesitate a little bit is because, when a group of musicians get together and they're gelling, things are working good and they're figuring it out and they're getting it, and it's starting to sound really good. That's got to be a special moment, right? And then you got Angelina, of course, orchestrating the whole thing. She's over there, she's talking to this guy, talking to that guy. It's like, I don't know whether they're joking around or not. I don't speak Norwegian, but I think she's probably giving them some gentle instructions on what they're going to do. Or at the end there, you can see where she wanted to do the end a little different, and she did it. Man, did that improvement that was like night and day. So I think she did a great choice there. That's what it seemed like to me. Now, I'm not sure exactly what was going on, but it seemed like it was supposed to go down low, and then she decided to take it high, and that was a nice one. That was a good one. And, of course, because Angelina made that choice, it couldn't be anything but a good one, because she knows music. I'm going to stop talking now. This is the part where people say you talk too long. I think this is the part where I just ramble on for a bit. But, it's a channel where if you go watch reactors, they're supposed to react and talk and say some stuff. I know a lot of them keep it short. They want to keep the video under 10 minutes and all that kind of stuff. And you know what? I do try, kind of. But the other thing that I do is I try to be authentic and genuine. So if I get rambling on about stuff, if you don't want to hear it, do like I do. If I go to a video reactor and I get past the music and they're talking too much, I just leave and go watch another video. It's no harm, no foul, really. If you want to watch me ramble on, then watch me ramble on. Don't know why you would want to do that, but if that's something that you're curious about, every once in a while I might spill the beans, a little something about myself that I don't in other videos. I don't like talking about myself that much. It's really not about me. It's about Angelina. And I don't know that I have a lot to add. I do try to add where I can to the story of Angelina, but I'm just not, I'm just me. I'm just a guy. I'm no expert on anything, and I like you. I learn from Googling and looking into things. So, but I do love Angelina. I'm a big fan, and I think she has the ability to change the world for the better. And if that's not something worth getting behind, I don't know what is. So, thank you very much for listening. We'll end the video here. You guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.